Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. So we're trying the Swingers Club at the moment. We only watch at the moment and see how it goes. I'm keen. She's very much still unsure. I still have some concerns. What if she decides I'm not enough satisfaction wise? I don't. Was this the? Oh, he's been fantasizing about threesomes. That was that guy.
Right. Okay.
Because there was a guy about
That
swinging,
asks
wasn't there?
about swingers.
Yeah. No, that's good though, because obviously the swingers thing, you don't have to interact.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. They're only going to have a look. So, yeah, I mean, instead of just diving straight in with another person, it's like that hot because there's an atmosphere in there to that sort of stuff.
Yeah. It smells of 95% bumhole.
I realised from editing the last episode, you love a good bumhole, don't you? I was talking about the fleshlight, and you were like, stick it up your bumhole, and then the shoe, you were like, stick the shoe up your bumhole. Yeah, no, that I couldn't do it. That would be in my head as well. Like, what if you finished and then them two are still going, and you're like, oh, does that make him better than me that he's keep going, or is she bored, or is she?
What do you do at that point? You just go
And
and
yeah, and
start
then
making tea or something?
just start like cradling his balls or something.
Oh.
Or in Jamie's case, playing with his bumhole.
Oh. That's even worse.
Good luck, man. I'm sure it'll be okay. Uncle Joe is a legend, guys. I can't wait to see him back on the show in 2024. And best of luck this year. In other news, I'm pretty sure my neighbour is letting their dog shit on my front drive. Every time I come out of the house, I find a poo. At first, I thought it was a fox or something like that, possibly a cat. No fox or cat is that consistent. It's there every morning. I do not think I upset anyone, so I don't get it. Any suggestions on what I can do? Get a fucking camera.
Yeah, get a camera, catch them on camera.
Yeah,
Job done.
I bet you can
think
get a
even
pretty
if
good.
the neighbour clocks the camera, they will stop the dog doing it.
See, the thing is, like, dogs get in a routine. Like, Chewy, my family dog, he has a spot right down the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the grass and all that, but he like rushes to get there. That's like his toilet.
Yeah, they'll have areas they prefer to go in.
Yeah.
Rocco won't go unless there's grass.
Yeah, no, Chewy won't either. But that's maybe what's happened. Like the dog's come out and he's desperate and he's taken a shit and then they've gone off and he's like, oh, I'm allowed to shit there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So they probably didn't do anything about it the first time round. Sometimes people don't think too much into dog shit as well. Like there's some lazy cunts, man, that walk dogs. Some real lazy cunts. I remember when I lived in the flat, it was a continual problem, and I actually had a crazy fucking woman come out and address me one day, because I used to walk Rocco every day after work cause on early shift. I'd get home and take him out, and I was walking around the area, and I'd always pick up Rocco's shit from day one. And I was walking around, and there was this woman with a pram in front of me, and she was looking back, and I was thinking, what the fuck? I was like listening to podcasts, just thinking she's some like crazy woman. And then she went into a building, obviously put a kid into her flat or whatever, then come back out the other side of the building when I was around the other side, and was like, "Did you pick up your dog shit? Did you pick up your dog shit?" Like that, me. And I was thinking, "Who the fuck's this woman?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Do you do it every time?" I was like, "Who are you?" And then she was like, "What do you mean, who am I?" And I was like, "Why are you asking me these questions?" And then she just fucking stormed off. And then we had like a Facebook group for the area at the time, and apparently she did that to like loads of dog walkers. But some of them deserve that because they fucking weren't doing it. But obviously she didn't know who's who. And then about 6-7 months later, she did the same thing to me. and was pointing at the shit on the floor that a fucking halfway to a horse would have put down, not like my little Jack Russell. And she was like, "What about that then? What about that?" And I was like,
What
"Yeah,
about it?
Rocco sniffed that because it's another dog's shit." Yeah, so it's just annoying for
Yeah.
dog walkers that other people are letting their dogs shit everywhere because our dogs won't leave that shit alone. They're just obsessed with it because it smells of another
Hmm.
dog. And she was like, "What about that?" I said, "That's the size of my dog. He's not going to be laying that shit. You fucking crazy.
So, what
Oh,
do you think
I'm
I
thinking
feed
you
him?
crazy bitch." I was like, "You can watch me all you want." I said, "I pick it up all the time." Then she just ran off again. And when I say ran off, she physically was running in and out of the building as though I was going to do something to her.
She must have some fun. She's just like sitting by the window looking at people.
Watching, yeah. Fucking nut job.
She's the sort of person though that suddenly, when everyone's gone, comes out with a dog and lets it shit everywhere.
Yeah, probably. I'm hoping to death that she's got a comeuppance by now. Because, like, I do get the frustration, but at the same time, like, if you can't prove who it is, you can't just start shouting at random people.
No,
What if I
no,
was
not
in
at
a
all.
different temperament and I reacted to her?
I would have reacted like that. I don't like being snuck up on.
I just, do you know when you're like, someone's saying something to you and you're taking your headphones out and you're not
Mm.
quite understanding what's going on, and then you realise what she's talking about, then I'm like, what the fuck? And then because obviously it's a little woman by herself as well, I don't want to be looking like the aggressive male in the situation, so I'm conscious of that as well.
Oh, see, I have a because like with ADHD, people you don't really listen. So like I'll be in my own little world, and then I match people's energy when I'm not paying attention. So if she come out and yelled at me, then I would just automatically be like yelling back,
Mm.
not realizing why I'm doing it.
Just
It's just
nutter
fucking
all of a sudden and just walk
yeah. It
off.
just comes out. There's like a second where like I go into like automatic before I like pull it back. But once you started at that level, you can't pull it back, and you got to continue at
Mate, unbelievable. But I
it.
did have a problem when I moved into this house because we had bark out the front initially. We had a cat shitting in the bark and like digging over it, and in
Mm.
the summer it would really smell, and that's how we figured out what was going on. Don't know whose cat it was. Still can't figure out who's going to see the cat around all the time, but we just changed the bark. We took the bark up and did something else instead, and that
Yeah,
stopped the
cats
cat
are
coming.
difficult. Normally, you put down orange peel.
Like citronella as well.
Yeah, yeah, they don't like that sort of thing. They don't like coffee either because I found that out from Gizmo. But yeah, the easiest thing like get like a Ring doorbell. They're handy to have anyway, just for the because if you have been listening to this podcast for a lot, people steal packages.
Yeah,
So
a lot.
to get, and they're not that expensive now. Mum got quite a good one with like no subscription or anything like that, and it's like rechargeable. She just had to like put the stand on the door, and she just takes it off and recharges it every now and again.
Okay.
Um, yeah, until you found out who it is, you can't really do anything about it.
No.
Um, there's no real deterrence for dogs to shit anywhere. Like with cats, you put like sound thing, but they're on their own, right? Like the owner, and it's not the dog's fault, but the owner has to take responsibility for not stopping the dog from taking a shit there.
Yeah, it's literally down to the owner. Yeah.
Yeah, and some people don't even need you to like upset him or something like that. They're just either lazy or they just he's gone and that's it. It's on your
Could be
property.
someone
That's
that's
now
walking
your
their dog
problem.
off lead and they're up the road by the time the dog's shitting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the first thing to do is get a Ring doorbell, or if you know that they do it in the morning, get up a little bit earlier and just sit by the window with a cup of tea, just looking out the window.
And become the woman that attacked me.
That's what I would do. Yeah, yeah. That's what I would do. I'd just be like, I'm going to catch you this morning, like you would for a fox with like night vision goggles.
Foxes are a pain in the ass as well, man.
Yeah, luckily we don't. We have more problems with fucking deer up here. But yeah, once you caught him, then obviously it's just a word with him, and then if not, it means that poo's getting put into a bag and then flung at the front door. That's what I would do. And like buy like you get nappy bags from Asda, like 100 of them for like £1. Put it in there, tie a little knot in it, and then just wing it round really quickly, and then just whoosh, straight at the fucking door. Yeah, I mean, it won't make a mess, but it'll make a massive fucking bang, and it'll burst maybe in that fucking bag. No harm, no foul. But yeah, good luck. Hopefully you can sort it out, because that's fucking disgusting, man.
It is, man.
Like,
it is.
there's no need for it. That's part of having, like, owning a dog, is you have to pick up after it.
Mm.
It's just fucking common decency, you know what I mean?